Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. I wanted to give you a quick little update. A lot of you heard this week that Joe Biden was requiring every employee of the federal government and all employees of all contractors to get the jab. And you know what I mean when I say the jab. I'm not going to say the V word, and I'm not even going to say the C word because they're starting to censor people now if you disagree with the government. But I don't know if you all know this or not. I assume you heard about the mandate requiring all federal employees to get the shot if they want to keep their job, and all employees of contractors getting the shot. Well, I just saw something that really kind of blew my mind. It kind of threw me off a little bit, surprised the heck out of me. It turns out that this mandate is applicable to everyone and anyone employed by the federal government except for members of Congress and their staff. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Let me know, Karen and Courtney. Did y'all hear that? I just read this article in Newsweek, and it kind of floored me that literally this mandate that everybody's been talking about, it applies to everybody except for members of Congress. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually read some of this to you. And just so you know, I've been putting information on my Instagram at the Real Boyce Watkins. I am not anti anything. I am not pro anything. I'm not here to take money from people to tell you what to do. I'm just here to get information to you. So I actually did a shout out to all medical workers on the front line. If you are a frontline medical worker who works in a hospital and you've seen what's going on, I want to hear from y'all. I don't want to hear from talking heads on CNBC. I don't want to hear from talking heads on CNN. I don't want to hear from talking heads on Fox News. I want to hear from the medical professionals. And so if you have a story, go to the Real Boyce Watkins, my Instagram page, and I literally want you to tell your story. Tell it honestly. Tell us what you're seeing. I mean, are the hospitals overflowed with patients? Are people just dying left and right? Are the hospitals empty? Are medical care workers resigning in mass? I've been hearing everything, and I'm just trying to find out the truth. So let me read some of this to you. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. Hey, Reese and Michael. Reese, I agree with you. It is messed up. So let me read this to you. This is from Newsweek. And it says President Joe Biden's new mandate. I'm going to not say the V word. So I'm going to find another way to, maybe I'll just call it the V or something, because I don't want to say that word because YouTube will ban you for even saying the word. So President Joe Biden's new mandate for federal employees does not apply to members of Congress or those who work for Congress or the federal court system. Biden issued two executive orders on Thursday requiring that everybody get the shot. I'm paraphrasing. And he required that the people that needed to get the shot were federal workers and contractors who work for the federal government. He also asked the Department of Labor to issue an emergency order requiring businesses with more than 100 employees to ensure that their workers either have the jab or are tested on a regular basis, on a weekly basis. However, Biden's order on federal workers applies to employees of the executive branch. The House of Representatives and the Senate belong to the separate legislative branch, and the courts belong to the judicial branch of the federal government. Biden's COVID action plan, Path Out of the Pandemic, published on the White House website, makes the effect of the mandate clear. The plan says, quote, building on the president's announcement in July to strengthen safety requirements for unjabbed, I'm going to say unjabbed instead of the V word, unjabbed federal workers, the president has signed an executive order to take those actions a step further and require all federal branch workers to executive branch workers to get the shot. The president also signed an executive order directing that the standard be extended to employees of contractors that do business with the federal government. The plan goes on. As part of this effort, the Department of Defense, the Department of Veterans Affairs, the Indian Health Service, and the National Institute of Health will complete implementation of their previously announced effort to give 2.5 million people the shot. The New York Times reported on Thursday that the executive order does not apply to those who work for Congress or the federal courts, citing White House officials. Now, here's the thing. Now, I don't know. Give me a yes or no if y'all knew that. Did y'all know that some people were being spared the mandate and some people weren't? I think this is fascinating. These developments are really interesting. So here's what Nancy Pelosi had to say about the mandate and the fact that members of Congress are exempt. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, I'm reading from Newsweek. She said that at a press conference on April 29th that the House couldn't require members to get the shot. Video clips of those remarks gained renewed attention online following Biden's announcement. So here's what Nancy said. She says, so here's the thing. We cannot require someone to get the jab. She said the V word, but I'm not going to say the V word. That's just not what we can do. It is a matter of privacy to know who or who isn't. Now, in that way, I mean, that's one of the things I've been saying since the very beginning. I've really gone out of my way to not shame you into making the decision that I made or my family made or that I believe you should make. My family members, I don't know about your families, but my family's all over the place. I got family members who took it, family members who chose not to, family members who've been waffling back and forth. You know, some family members who got the first shot, but they're not going to get a booster, right? So I personally think that I don't think anybody has a right to ask you your status. In fact, at the All Black National Convention at the end of October in Orlando, this is obviously going to be a big topic of conversation. This is probably the number one thing Black people are talking about right now. And I have made it clear that I have no right to ask you if you got jabbed. If you ask me, Dr. Boyce, did you get the shot? I'm gonna say none of your damn business. I'm gonna say none of you. That's gonna be my answer because you don't have a right to ask me if I got the shot or not. Seriously, and I don't want to hear all this stuff like, well, you're endangering lives. How am I endangering you? If you got the shot and it's supposed to protect you, then just go sit over and be protected. Stop messing with people who made a different choice than you. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. So anyway, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. I'm gonna keep reading here. So Nancy Pelosi basically says exactly what I've been saying. She says that we don't have a right to ask somebody who is or isn't jabbed. She said, I can't go to the Capitol physician and say, give me the names of the people who don't have the jab so I can encourage them or make it known to others to encourage them to get the shot, right? And she's saying the V word. As I mentioned to you guys, I have to paraphrase because I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to get banned. But it's interesting, right? So pay attention now. So here's Nancy Pelosi making a point that I agree with, that it's not your damn right. It's not your business to go up and ask people, did you get shot? Did you not get shot? But it's funny. Pay attention now. Think about how many black celebrities we have out here that have been paid money to go out here and really push black people to go get the shot. Like literally talking to the black community like we a bunch of damn children. They know that the studies show that black people are more heavily influenced by celebrities than any other group. So all they got to do, whatever they want to get you to do, they could get you to take poison or do whatever they want you to do. All they got to do is get a celebrity to endorse it, and they'll find one because they can always find a Negro that needs money. And I think that that's something you got to be mindful of. You got to watch out for these shifty, flimsy Negroes who will say anything and do anything for a dollar. I'm talking about your pastors that have been promoting the jab without doing their research. I'm talking about your celebrities out on TV who y'all think are important because some white man put them on television or gave them a record deal. I'm talking about your politicians who will let your whole community fall apart, let babies die in the street, watch black folks dying left and right. Won't fight for your reparations, but they're gonna fight all day on behalf of Moderna. They fighting all day on behalf of Pfizer. They will fight all day because they getting a check from Johnson and Johnson, but ain't got nothing to say when black folks show up and say this is what we demand. They can't even say the word reparations, but they'll talk all day about how black people need to get the jab because we cared about y'all. We cared about, well, if you cared about us, you damn idiot. You would have been listening when black people told you that we wanted reparations. If you cared about black people, then you would make these politicians listen to the intelligent black people in our community instead of letting them get away with an interview with Cardi B. Are you kidding me? Like, do you know how disrespectful that is? That Joe Biden wouldn't talk to any of the black scholars. He wouldn't talk to any of the black attorneys. He wouldn't talk to any of the black leaders who are really in the community doing the work. He wouldn't talk to Dr. Claude Anderson, but he would talk to Cardi B. That's crazy to me. Anyway, let me keep going. I'm getting triggered here. So it says here, Pelosi's office reiterated that position in a statement to Newsweek on Friday, saying that the speaker's April 29th remarks were referring to the institution in which she serves. She says, quote, she is saying that she cannot force members to get the shot, which is true, the statement said. In August, a group of 19 Democrats in the House wrote a letter to the Capitol attending physician asking him to consider a requirement that everybody get the jab or a minimum of 2 tests per week for members of staff who can't show proof that they got the shot. No requirement has been put in place. So as of right now, what's basically going on is that mandate that we thought was applicable to everybody. From what I understand, it's not applicable to a lot, not just other branches of government, but it looks like a large percentage of these contractors are not going to have to follow the mandate either because they said this is only for contractors that have over 100 employees. A lot of federal contractors are small businesses that don't have 100 employees, so maybe that might be an outlet. That might be a way to kind of get around it. I don't know. I'm not telling you to get around it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you what it is. So I'm just sharing information with you, and I hope this information helps you make a decision. So, like I said, I'm on my Instagram page, which is the Real Boyce Watkins. I put up a post last night or earlier tonight, actually, where I basically want to hear from people on the ground, the healthcare workers in particular. If you are a healthcare worker on the front line who cares about the community, you are a doctor, a nurse, or whatever, and you are seeing what's going on in the hospitals, please share your story so that the people can get the real information from credible sources. Cite your credentials so that other people can measure whether or not they want to hear what you have to say, because I don't trust CNN. I don't trust Fox News. I don't trust MSNBC. I believe that all these networks are designed to divide us. They are designed to misinform us. They're designed to keep us on the edge of our seat and to keep us scared. MSNBC scares you by making you think that all the people that don't have the jab are going to kill you. And then Fox News scares you by making you think that everybody who isn't a conservative is somehow trying to, you know, beat up old people and take away their social security. Right. So I personally think that we got to get away from that. I'm tired of mainstream media. I'm tired of them, using divisive language. I have dealt with people who got the shot and are literally talking about people who didn't get the shot like they're a pack of animals. And I think that's bullshit. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. If you're out here shaming and attacking people and going off on people because they didn't do what you did, well, then you need to go back to Nazi Germany, because that's what Hitler did back in the World War II. So just quit that nonsense and stop falling for the division. Go get your information, make the best decision that works for you and your family. And then when somebody asks you, we're gonna practice. Let's practice right quick. If somebody asks you, hey, did you get the jab, buddy? What's your answer gonna be? Nunya. Type Nunya in the chat. Nunya. Nunya is gonna be my new word. In fact, I might get a t-shirt with the word Nunya on it. So let's practice. So hey, Eric Zapp and Yafa Israel. Did you get the jab? Did you get the shot? Hey, dude, did you get it? Vanita, did you get the shot? Renee, you got the jab, Renee? Wait, what do you say? AW Fitness, you got the jab? What's your answer? Nunya. Thank you. I think Nunya needs to be the right answer, because at the end of the day, I think that I don't think there's a reason to be divided over this. I don't think this is the battlefield you want to die on. And I'm gonna tell you what these Democrats and Republicans do is they always do their best to keep you divided and keep you fighting over nonsense. I have a lot of friends who are Republicans, and when you get to know them as human beings and you realize that it's the same government screwing you over, whether you're on the left or the right. It's the same wealthy elite that are screwing over the people. If you sit down, you talk to Democrats and you hear their ideas, those ideas are not all bad. At least understand other people's perspective, right? You talk to somebody from the LGBT community and look at them as a human being and not just a political pawn. Then you start to realize that there are some things you can learn about that community. If you sit down and you talk to that white man, old white man from the South. Some of those people in the South are some of the nicest people that you'll ever meet. And they're not caught up in the politics. They just have a value system that leads them to see the world in a certain way. So I personally encourage you, if you really want to get past the nonsense, turn off the TV and start getting to know people as human beings and start listening to each other. Find reasons to stay unified instead of always looking for reasons for division. So that's just my 2 cents. And Ray, I agree with you. Ray committed. None of your damn business. None of you. That's going to be my answer from now on. So any of y'all ask me at the convention, Dr. Boyce, did you get the jab? My answer to even y'all is going to be none ya. And if I ask you that question, I want you to give me a none ya too. All right. So I'm going to get out of here tomorrow morning. My wife has me running a 10K. We're doing 6 miles in a race. So I got to get up at 5 a.m. So let me bounce on out of here. I shouldn't even be online now, but I had to share this with you because I thought that was so funny what I saw. And by the way, we have a channel for black men. It's the blackbosschannel.com. So if you either are a black man and you have something to say, or you want to hear from black men and hear what black men think, go to the blackbosschannel.com. We have experts on stocks and relationships and sports and everything else. And it's a really great platform. So feel free to go take a look. Jeff Lightsey Jr. is over there. That's my homeboy. And Dr. Adrian Carter, a lot of smart black men, Nathaniel Jordan, the Minister of Wellness. So we need to listen to our men. We need some more masculine leadership in the community. They feminized your community when they got rid of your men. Well, the strong black man is back. The strong black man is back, baby. Like we ain't going nowhere. We are back. and our voices are being heard, and we are going to step up whether people want us there or not. So the Black Boss channel is one of the headquarters where this is all going down, and we're not backing up for anybody. So God bless everybody. Take care. Please have a good night. And Renee Brown says, does your wife host a show for women? She does not. But if you go to the blacklovechannel.com, that's actually where she and I do our pillow talks, and Dr. Alicia does do some stuff. So you're right. And Fly Nubian Queen, of course, you got Vicky Dillon and everything over there. We're really building black media. Like, we're really getting it done. Like, we're really reaching millions of people on our own, independent, and we're very proud of that. So I hope you'll check out some of the stuff we have to offer. We're really trying to get it done. And I appreciate all of you who believe in us, because we can't do it without you. So take care, everybody. And actually, I saw my homeboy Deshaun Farad. So let me just shout him out, because Deshaun is an extraordinary journalist. I've been watching Deshaun for over 10 years. He's very consistent. He just kind of shows up at everything, and he's one of the best human beings I've ever met. So I want to give him a shout out, and also the rest of you as well. So take care, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I love you, and be good. Peace.